Hello lovely people. All right, this is Creative Ends platform. I'm back with this beautiful video on how to make this Zahra cap with Asoke. All right, so to do that I will need Marko. So this black thing you are seeing there is called Marko. Back here in Nigeria, shoemakers use it as shoe pad. And then I have the Asoke with me, and you know that a strand of Asoke is usually 6 inches before you join it. So the size of the Marko I'll be using is going to be half of the size of the Asoke, half, because I just want to use one of the Asoke to fold the cap. Do you understand? So I just want to use one strand. On the Asoke I have there, I actually joined 3 strands of the Asoke together, which will give me about 18 inches or about 19 inches, just like that. And then I have the length of this Asoke to be about, I think, 58 inches. Though this is just the Asoke I have, and that's why I just use this. Normally I would have loved to use 4 strands of Asoke, plus I would have loved to use the length of, let's say, 70, but what I have now is even less than 60. But anyway, I'm just going to create the style with it. It will come out well. But when you need the ruffles to stand very well, it's very good that you have enough Asoke to do that. Is that okay? All right, so right away I want to place the Marko in the Asoke. So for me to do that, I'll quickly look for the center point or the midpoint of this Asoke, and that's just by folding it into 2. So after knowing the midpoint, I will just take my Marko. I'll just take the Marko, fold it into 2 also, and then place the middle of the Marko on the middle of the Asoke. Is that okay? Then I will use the Asoke to cover the Marko. Now you can sew it if you like. You can sew it. You can just use your sewing machine to run it through. Sewing machine is the best if you are going to sew it. I will never advise you to sew it with your freehand needle. That's because the mark might be showing, except you have an embellishment you would like to use to cover the whole of the part where you sew. If not, sewing is not necessary. Is that okay? So now that I have folded, you see that I actually shared 1 strand of the Asoke into 2 to cover the Marko. That's just what I want, and that's what I am trying to achieve. So after folding it like this, I'll just use, since I am not going to sew it, if I want to sew, I'll take it to my machine, but I don't want to sew. So since I'm not going to sew, I'll just simply use my UHU glue I'll apply the UHU glue on the Marko, then I'll smoothen it, then simply cover it back with the Asoke. With that, the Asoke will stick to the Marko, or the Marko will stick to the Asoke, anyone. So since I'm not going to sew, but it's just to keep the Marko in a position where it will not be moving or shifting. You understand? So after I used the UHU glue to do this, the final edge there, I used the hot glue to do a finishing on the final edge, but it's like that was like off camera, so I apologize for that, but just an explanation. I used the hot glue to do my final finishing on that edge, and you don't really need to pour too much of the hot glue so that it will not cause any form of stain. Is that okay? All right, so now the Marko is seated and is prepared. You can see how relaxed it is. It's very okay. So I just want to use dummy head to create it. You can use your own head to create it. You understand? Then if you have a dummy head, you can use dummy head to create it. So to do this cap now, all I need is for me to just tie the back. I will tie the back, and then this front I will need to tuck it in. I will tuck the front in. As the video proceed, you will see how you can tuck it in and make it remain like that. You understand? So that you will not have issue with it, because tucking it in is part of the beauty of this pattern of cap. You understand? So I will tie the back like you see me doing now. Yes. So we just tie. So after tying this part now, you just have to be careful so that you don't scatter what you are doing. I think that's the best language I can use. So you just have to be careful. So after passing it like this and tying, please, if you are using dummy, before you conclude, like I'm going to conclude now, try it on your head to see that it can sit on your head the way you want, because even me, I have to try it on my own head to see that it is sitting. All right, then the back, you can see the arrangement I'm doing on the back. I will open it up. I will do what I'm doing to this first one, even to the second one. I will open it up. You understand? Just spread it. That's why when you are tying, you just have to tie it in a way that it will allow you to spread. So you can see now it's flat and it's opened. The reason I've done it like this is that I will be using both of them to create these ruffles that will be standing. I'll be using both of them, and I want the back to be in a good shape, so I have to like open it. So right now I tried it on my head to see that it is actually sitting, after which I just bring my needle and thread and sew it. Remember, it's supposed to be an auto gele, so you cannot leave it like that. So you use your needle and thread and fix it to place. Sew it, sew every part that you know can possibly lose. You understand? Every part that you know can possibly lose, sew it. So, and don't worry about this thread now, because when you are flowing the part that you are going to use to create the ruffles, it will cover the thread. So sew it as much as possible. Don't worry about it. By the time you are covering it, it will cover the thread. So for me to keep that part in is what I'm trying to explain. I want to tuck it in. So for me to tuck it in, I just use my hands to like push it into the extent I want. Then I'll simply use hot glue. I'll use hot glue to do my thing. So I'll just use hot. Yes, I like to keep it in place like that. I want it to dip in. You understand? A bit. Not completely, but at least a bit. So to do that, I'll just introduce the hot glue to the edges, at least to the extent I want it deep. I'll just apply the hot glue and then fix it and make sure that it stays. You understand? I've told you before that there are some work you can do with hot glue and there are some work you can do with UHU glue. So if you are using UHU, you know you really need to spend time to allow it to cool, but the hot glue is faster when it comes to this type of work. Is that okay? All right. So I don't know. I'm not sure there's any part of this video that I will need to really explain that much. If there is any, I will come and explain, but if there is none, just enjoy the video as you just keep watching. It's something that you can watch and understand. Are you getting me? Something you can watch and understand. So please just watch and see the process. And if you have any question, just go to the comment section, drop your questions there. I will respond to you. I promise that I'll surely respond to you. I will respond. I'm serious about that. And then if today is your first time stopping by my channel, please do not forget to subscribe before leaving the channel, and also don't forget to recommend this channel to other persons. Again, do not also forget to hit on the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. So just keep enjoying the video. I will see you the next time I upload a new one. For me, it is bye for now.